Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy Part 5. Today, we're going to be taking on Herbology class with Professor Garlic. Let's check it out. Let us know in the comments who is your favorite professor at Hogwarts.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Alright, let's go plant these Dittany seeds to help us out on our journey.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Alright, let's go get this chomping cabbage. Let's go get it in the greenhouse nearby.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
So far, what all the animators at the studio's been doing has been really nice. The greenhouse looks very, very lively.
Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just, now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Yeah, so this character, Leander Pruitt, that's showing us the greenhouse, is the ancestor of Ron Weasley and his siblings, I'm pretty sure, on the mom's side. Because before marrying Mr. Weasley, I think Mom Molly was Molly Pruitt. I think that's her maiden name, so that kind of nod is kind of cool to see in this game.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Yeah, I think that the cabbages will be kind of cool to see in action against some of the enemies we'll face in the world.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
I wonder how many plants we can have throughout the game that'll help us defeat some of our opponents in this game. Because that cabbage looks super vicious and super cool to see. So let's go return back to the professor in the other greenhouse and let's see what we have to do next in our mission.
And that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Alright, there we go. That was Herbology class. So our next class we have to attend is the Potions class. So we'll see you there. The two classrooms are pretty close to one another. They're in the same wing of the castle. So let's go check out Potions class and let's see how it will come in handy in the game.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your Herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Kinda like being a mischievous soul, so let's help out Gareth over here. Let's get him the ingredient so he can create his concoction. And we got the mangle fur right here. And let's just read this note real quick at Borgin and Burke's. Well, let's see what Gareth will do with this new ingredient for his potion. Should be kind of fun. But we got a Fwooper feather right there. That's a pretty interesting looking creature. Let's open this chest as well. Get 14 coin. Pretty nice. And man, can you believe this is going to be Snape's class in office 200 years from now? That's crazy to think about. But this castle has aged like a fine wine from the movies that we know and in the current state that it's in.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
Alright, let's build this Edurus potion now. Got Wiggenweld there too, Edurus in the middle. We'll select that real quick. And it'll only take 30 seconds, so that's pretty nice. So, the Edurus potion enhances our defense, covering us in durable rocky skin. That sounds pretty fun. Maybe we'll look like Korg from Thor Love and Thunder, but we'll see. So it looks like some of the plants we'll find throughout this world, and some of the other ones we'll have to grow on our own from things that we learn in Herbology. And so I guess potions and Herbology kind of go hand in hand. So that'll be interesting to see.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Dragon time! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in Herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
There we go, we finished potions class, and we kind of get in trouble with the professor for helping out Gareth, but that's okay, because, you know, we explained that we were helping out a friend, and we can play that card, and thankfully the professor bit. So let's see what we gotta do next. Looks like we gotta go out of Hogwarts, so let's continue on. Alright, we just are getting out of Hogwarts. We can see the Quidditch pitch to our left, and that never ceases to amaze me, so I think that's really cool. So we'll just follow our way marker. That looks like Hagrid's hut on the left as well. Kind of a familiar location from the original series. Like I said earlier, just goes to show Hogwarts Castle hasn't really changed and aged like fine wine in the past couple hundred years. I kind of wonder if magic helps to upkeep the castle pretty easily. But let's check out south of Hogwarts and let's see what's up. I keep seeing these leaping toadstool caps pretty often. I just pick up whatever I find, and that's just a beautiful shot of Hogwarts right there. And you know, a relatively cloudy day, but a bright day, so it looks really nice. Playing this on the PS5, the graphics are phenomenal, and I guess these we might have to hit, and that's how we get it, and that's how we do it. And there we go, we found something new. We found Moonstone. So I guess those are the two types of materials that we'll find pretty easily around the world. And hopefully we use a lot of those to make potions to help us in our encounters throughout the game. really nice textures throughout the forest. And look at that. That is breathtaking. That is the Forbidden Forest like we've never seen before. And I wonder what those balloon things over there are. And here we go. We're near the lake. The black lake that surrounds Hogwarts. And we got a little hut here with a little chicken, pumpkins, and a goat right there. Little sheep. And, you know, are you really playing Hogwarts Legacy if you aren't using Revelio every couple seconds, you know? So, we'll see if we can get through. And if we can find some treasure. There we go. We find a mauve lock scarf. And look at the details on the brick and some of those Quidditch team posters. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. There we go. We get another Wiggenweld potion. So that'll help us out with our health throughout the game. And let's just explore a little bit around. Might find something cool. But man, I could just keep playing in this Hogwarts Legacy world for days on end. It feels like I can just keep on playing. So besides Floo Flame travel, I know that we can travel with our mounts. I know one of the pre-order bonuses was a Thestral. And I know that we can fly with our brooms later on in the game. So that'll be a super exciting moment when we can just travel the world. Oh, and I wonder what kind of creature that is. That was kind of a weird one. Maybe we could go against it a little later, but there we go. Here's our classmate. And let's unlock the Floo Flame. And let's go talk to her and see what we do next.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Alright, we just finished talking to our classmate Natty over here, and it is now nighttime. Let's go talk to the stranger and help him out.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Alright, so I guess these guys work for the people we met at Three Broomsticks earlier in Hogsmeade. They look to be up to no good, so let's defeat them and let the good guys prevail. Let's get it. And there we go. We made quick work of these guys. Let's get it. This is what we like to see from our character. And there we go. We got a mini boss right over here.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Let's go make quick work of them. Let's get it. Let's get it. So it looks like our field guide tells us what type of opponents we face. So it'll be cool to unlock all of them and face all of them.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
They came to give us the business, so let's give them the business. Let's take them down. Let's help this lady out. And there we go. Got rid of one of them, making quick work of them. 3 on 2. But let's get it. There we go. There we go. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya?
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor, hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Alright, let's go grab this Mallowsweet from her tent near the chest.
Yes, take plenty.
And let's see what her research is all about.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Alright, so after looking around a little bit, looks like we have to light these pyres up with the incendio charm. And we kind of have to do it in a quick manner. So let's continue on and let's light up all of these other pyres. And let's see what happens with all the things that she was researching about.
The pyres are back where they started.
Looks like I missed a couple right here. So let's light them up one more time. And let's see what we get. You know, I wasn't really quick the first time around, so did it a little faster. And there we go.
Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
That's pretty cool. Let's go talk to her real quick.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
That was a pretty cool mission. And I'm sure we'll see more Trials of Merlin moving forward, so I think this is a good point to stop this video for part 5. Drop a comment, like, and subscribe if you want to see more. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.